Next 20 minutes, we are about to get into the discussion of lupus. Now, in a layman's terms, lupus is a condition where your own immune system begins to fight your tissues. But to get a little bit technical, let me actually let you in on exactly what this condition is. Now, lupus is a chronic autoimmune disease that affects at least 5 million people worldwide. Now, out of these, over 90% are women, and most fall within the childbearing age of 14 to 44 years. Now, it's a condition that occurs when a person's own immune system fights them and causes inflammation in different parts of the body over a long period of time. Now, it is characterized as a good day when one experiences little to no symptoms, and a very bad day when one has symptoms known as flares. Now, this disease affects different patients in different ways, and that makes diagnosis very difficult. Now, it can take years for an accurate diagnosis to be made. Now, some symptoms experienced include chronic tiredness, headaches, blood clots, organ damage, fever, skin rashes, hair loss, weight loss, memory loss, mood swings, painful or swollen joints. Now, lupus patients are primarily treated by rheumatologists in the country, but currently in Ghana, we have only 2 of them available in Kolebu. Living with lupus can be very, very difficult. And this morning, we've been blessed to have a lady whose name is Emma Wilhelmina Danso, but for the purposes of this discussion, she wants to be known as Sweetness. And I agree, we have to give her that name because looking at all the symptoms and everything that I have learned in the last few days about lupus, you must be sweet, or you must be called Sweetness just to be able to deal with it. Good morning, Sweetness. How are you?
Morning, Cookie.
How do you feel this morning? Tell me exactly how you feel this morning.
This morning,
and kindly speak up a little bit. Yes,
okay.
Thank you.
This morning, I feel much better than I felt yesterday.
Yeah, you were telling me earlier. What happened yesterday?
Because I started feeling sick from Saturday afternoon. I was aching all over, and sometimes it's hard to put words to how you feel, but you just know that
you're not
right, you know. And so I was supposed to MC at church for Mother's Day, and I had to let my husband call them in the morning and say, I'm sorry, I can't even get up from the bed. And then I had to be here this morning. I have to take my children to school because my husband is not around, and take care of my dog, and then drive a long distance to
just
be
to get here.
So I feel grateful to God that with how I was feeling and all the traffic and everything, I was able to make it. There was an accident on the motorway, and I have blacked out driving before.
Wow.
So it's a blessing that I've been able to get here safely, and my cognitive functions are still okay.
Exactly. I see. Now, I'm very interested. When it comes to diagnosis, and especially in your case, at what age and at what point did you realize that you were beginning to exhibit symptoms of lupus? And when it started, did you even know? How did you end up in the hospital, and how were you even diagnosed?
Okay, so looking back, I'm now beginning to connect all the dots and realize that the symptoms had been there a long time.
From what age?
But, okay, as far back as SS1, the reason why I say that is because during the lockdown, we went to spend time with my mom in our hometown, and we were going through our old report cards from school, and I saw my house mistress had written in my SS1 second term that she needs thorough medical checkup.
On you?
In my report card. That was SS1 second term. And every other comment in my report card was good that every parent wants to read. So I asked Mama, into me teacher, Ocho the Madzi, did it really cross, or when you saw the good things, you didn't pay attention to that? And I didn't get any response to that, though. But I know that
it started a while back.
It started because I was getting sick. And I think the reason why things cooled down was also because I joined the athletics team. I ran 800 meters. I played football. I was doing hockey. I was javelin and very active. And then I was also with the head of state's award scheme. So every vacation, we volunteer at the hospital. So I come back to school with lots of medications, supplements. And I go for expeditions. So I was always active. But when I got to the university where I was doing agricultural science, and you know, with our IS and everything, I did the sports for Mensa Sabah just the first year, and then I stopped. So I think that the slowness in my physical activities, and I wasn't taking the supplements like I used to. I was always on anti-malaria drugs without knowing that they were helping me, because lupus is treated with anti-malaria drugs as well. So I went on a cruise on the Ghana Navy ship, Achimota 28, and I was way up there enjoying the coast and God's beautiful nature, and I caught a cold. And then right after that, I traveled to America into another cold state, and I started feeling severe pains in my wrists and my feet. When I went to the hospital the first time, they told me it was carpal tunnel syndrome.
That's what they told you?
That was what. So
here in Ghana or in the United States?
In America.
Okay.
So my first attempt to report how I was feeling to the hospital was misdiagnosed, just like millions of other lupus patients. So that was it. And after some time, I felt it was malaria because the symptoms looked like
similar to malaria.
Exactly. So I said, God, wait till let me get back to Ghana. There I will get malaria medicine. And when I came back, I bloated, my jaws were locked, my palms turned black, my hair was falling out. Everything was going crazy in my body. And I was taken to the hospital. My doctor had to roam the whole of Accra, could not get chloroquine. She got it at Kaswa and brought it. And then after I did the RH factor test, and it was positive, and I was praying to God, let it be negative. And then we did it again, it was negative. I just didn't know I didn't want to know what it was, because I felt like maybe if I don't know what it is, then I'm safe. But the truth is that it doesn't help when you don't know the devil you are dealing with. It's better to know so you can face it squarely.
Exactly.
And so after several manifestations, my doctor said, this looks like lupus. I had never heard of it before.
And that was here in Ghana?
Here in Ghana.
Okay.
She said, this looks like lupus, and immediately referred me to Kolebu to go and see a kidney doctor, because majority of black women who get lupus suffer from organ damage, especially renal complications. And so people die from kidney problems, and they say it's a kidney problem. No, it was caused by something, and that something the high probability, it could be lupus. And that is why we need to pay so much attention. So I thank God so much for my doctor's life, because but for her, I would have been dead.
Okay. Now, I'm told that some of the symptoms, like you have mentioned, include chronic tiredness, headaches, blood clots, organ damage, fever, skin rashes, hair loss, weight loss, memory loss, mood swings, and painful swollen joints. Which one of these is typically you on a very bad day?
All mixed up.
Everything?
I have had blood clots.
So you were trying to show me a few pictures earlier. I don't know if we can put them up on the screen. They are a bit disturbing, so just in case we are able to put them up on the screen, please be cautioned that they are a little disturbing, so be guided as you watch. You are trying to show me those pictures, and it's unimaginable that these things happen to just one person, even in one day. So typically.
Yes. So the pictures that you saw, it happened overnight. I was fine. I woke up the next morning with black marks on my body, and I was wondering, what is this?
And they look like you had been burnt by something, by fire or by some hot liquid or something.
It just happened. I saw it on my body when I woke up. I went to bed fine, and I woke up and saw it. And I had no clue what it was, but I think a few days after, it started to blister and to peel off my skin, and now it began to eat into the skin. It
No
took
way.
months of excruciating pain. I can't even tell you how painful. I always thank God for forgetfulness.
And I realized that your nails were also eating away.
Yes, so all my 10 toenails thickened. In fact, in the past, when I see people with discolored nails, I used to wonder, oh, how does this person feel with their
Right.
nails? Because my
Right.
nails always look beautifully pink. And now here I was, all my nails died, and they thickened first. And so when you touch my nail, it just comes
starts
off like
wearing off.
powder.
Oh,
Just
wow.
like powder, smooth, without much effort. It just becomes like powder. So by God's grace, 8, I
Right.
think 7 of them are okay now. The rest, I know it will be
Is this
fine.
all of your hair now?
Yes. So what happened was I started having so much sensitivity. I used to perm my hair in the
Okay.
past, but in 2009, I had to stop because my scalp became so sensitive. The very minute the cream touches, it starts burning, and it will
Burn your entire
burn my
scalp.
entire scalp. And sometimes I have to, the hair has to be on it for days before they can even wash it for the wounds to heal.
Oh.
So, and then the hair was falling off. I changed cream upon cream thinking it was the cream, and using baby cream, no difference. So then after some time, I decided that, you know what, let me enjoy the beauty of God's
Of your own
kinky
natural hair, yeah.
Yes.
Wow. So tell me, when you were diagnosed, did your doctor inform you at that point that unfortunately lupus is not curable? Did he tell you?
Okay, I think I knew that already because
Okay.
when my doctor in Ghana said to me that this looks like lupus, I told an auntie of mine, she's a nurse in the UK, and her first response to me was, it's a very wicked sickness people suffer here in the UK. You don't want to go close to that. But as it turns out, 7 years later, I got a diagnosis.
Wow.
That
7.
is, yes.
7 years later. Now, from what you said in the beginning, engaging in sporting activities and all that, it tells me that much as it is incurable, you can actually change your lifestyle to improve the conditions that you go through. Now, I'm also told that patients who have lupus live on a lot of supplements.
That's right.
So tell me, the supplements together with physical exercise and eating right and all that, does it help?
It does help a lot because what causes lupus in the first place is not specifically known, but we know the factors that trigger.
Contribute.
So
okay.
by the way, lupus is the policemen in your body, which are your antibodies in the immune system, have become confused. And so instead of protecting us, they're rather shooting at us.
Yeah.
And if they think that your skin today is the enemy, they attack. If they think it's your head or your nervous system or your eyes or your hair, they attack. So we think that there are factors that will trigger the immune system to go crazy. It can be from your diet, which is one of the biggest factors because 80% of the immune system is in the gut. So what you eat impacts a lot. Sometimes you eat things and then you realize that I feel dizzy, or I have a stomach upset, I feel nauseous. But you take it cool or find some medicine to take, and after we go back to it. Now, if I keep slapping you, Cookie, and you say, sweetness, stop. Slapping every day. After a while, you get fed up, you retaliate.
Sweetness.
So that's what happens.
Listening to you, it's even a lot for me to take in. Now, I'm grateful to God that even this morning you're able to take your children to school. And you say children, how many of them do you have?
I have 2. By the grace of God, because at
Listen,
each I could have died.
happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you.
You are a superwoman. Going through all of this, how did you carry 2 babies successfully?
Cookie, I cannot explain to you. I will be a liar if I say I can. I just give God and my Lord Jesus the praise every day.
Did you have complications that
I did.
an ordinary woman may not have?
I did. And when I remember, I just cry. because I could have died the first time.
Did you push them out yourself?
No.
Okay.
I never did 40 weeks.
Section. Okay.
But the thing is, lupus, all the other complications of pregnancy a woman can have, lupus can cause that. So whilst it's causing that, plus all the other lupus craziness, I know what postpartum bleeding is. I know what, feeling so crazy. At a point, I did not even have enough platelets in my blood. So that is why I'm passionate, because we want to reduce maternal mortality.
Exactly.
Then at the OPD level, the outpatient level, women should be tested and looked at their symptoms so that you can separate them, that this woman is prone to this condition. She should go through high-risk pregnancy and not just normal pregnancy.
Sweetness, I'm so sorry. We only have 4 minutes to go. So I love the way you're passionate. I always say that you can't give what you don't have. And you have it, you've gone through the experience, and that's what you're giving out right now. And that's why you instituted your foundation, Oyemam. And Oyemam in our local parlance means that he's good to me.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes.
So Oyemam Autoimmune Foundation. Yes. And that stemmed out of all your lupus experiences.
Yes.
What have you been able to achieve so far?
By the grace of God, whenever I have strength, I try to go to places, be it corporate, police, bankers, schools, churches, mosque. The women aspect of the Muslim belief.
Fraternity.
Yes. And to create awareness, I try to, what I want, my heart desire is for Ghana to recognize that this is a public health concern.
Right.
And lupus causes multiple autoimmune conditions, because that's what I've suffered. That's why I did not name it Oyemam Lupus Foundation, but autoimmune. And that we need a commission, just like we have Ghana AIDS Commission, to have Ghana Autoimmune Commission, where we can all go. Because during this COVID-19, hydroxychloroquine, which we could get for 60 Ghana cedis, the generic type, we were now buying 1,100, 900 cedis, 1,000. We need a regulation on our activities for the NHIS to be able to cover some of our medications. Right.
So that was the question I was going to ask you. So for now, you're not supported by NHIS?
No, our medications are so expensive. Lupus patients are on antidepressant because a lot are clinically depressed. Can you imagine a mother, a wife whose husband says that you are wicked, that is why God punished you with lupus? How do you think she will feel? Or a wife somewhere in northern Ghana who has to move to a remote area of the country with her husband, where she can't access her drugs, where even when she needs help, she has no network. She has to go and stand at a particular place, and if she misses your call, then you can't call her back.
Sweetness, put your number out there for everyone out there who is willing to help your foundation and to help all other people, especially women who have been diagnosed with this condition. I just deduced that it's not easy at all, and you need a lot of help, especially now that even the NHIS is not supporting you. So the powers that be, if you're watching us this morning, this is a condition that's prevalent in this country, affecting quite a number of people, and help is needed. Is the number ready?
Yes, please. Our number is 054 619 6276.
Please, again.
054 619 6276.
Okay.
Or Oyemam Foundation at Gmail.
Right. I'm told that for lupus celebrations this year, the awareness creation for this year, the theme is make lupus visible. And unfortunately, we don't even have time to go into that. But when is it? Today
is World Lupus Day, but the whole month of May is Lupus Awareness Month globally. So we'll be glad to come any other time to go into the different aspects of
because we didn't quite exhaust all the things that we're supposed to talk about. But we thank you for your time. And I'm grateful to God for the supernatural strength that He gives you to be able to move on from day to day to day to day. And I pray that His grace will always be sufficient for you. And since Oyema, Obeyama, Yenyina, so thank you so much, Sweetness, for coming this morning.